Like, I'm not hoping this happens whatsoever. This is not something that I'm putting out there in the ether because I want to see things, and I always want to see marriages, especially, stay together. But when you look at how blatantly disrespectful his wife is of him, especially in front of other people, she seems to not really care about him whatsoever. What's up, world? Welcome back to Cancelled Thoughts. It's your boy Better Days here. Akaash Singh is officially no longer a part of the Flagrant podcast, guys. And during the couple of months where this controversy was kind of brewing with his wife surrounding how she was blatantly disrespectful of him on public platforms, I didn't necessarily want to cover it because I felt like people were piling on him, and I just didn't want to be one of those people that was adding on to the fire or whatever. But now that it's a couple of months later, I kind of want to talk about it, especially since Andrew Schulz just announced on their platform that he's going to no longer be a part of the podcast. So I'm going to show you guys that clip of Andrew really quickly, and then we're going to talk about it because I think there are a lot of valuable lessons to be learned from this situation. Before I get into it though, guys, if I by the end of this video earn you guys a subscription, do me a solid and like the video and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a couple of seconds and it helps out more than you guys realize. That being said, let's get right into it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant. Schulz here, Alex Media, Marky Gagnon. Miles is back there.
Yes,
and we're on the West Coast. Thank you, Alex Media, for hosting us in WTF Media Los Angeles studios. Beautiful, lovely.
Nice.
Don't you guys dare say you like this better.
Oh.
Okay? We spent way too much money on that podcast studio in New York City. But come check out the podcast here if you guys are in town. Now, we got to address the elephant in the room, no pun intended. Okay? As I'm sure you guys are aware, our boy Akaash, he really went through it earlier this year, showed amazing resilience and, selling out Radio City recently, setting records in Toronto, just crushing stand-up around the globe, and literally just like living the dreams that he would tell me about at 2 a.m. when we're eating fucking egg sandwiches at Veselka. So it's been amazing to see, but the experience has put things in perspective for him. And he has made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod. It is bittersweet. We wish that he did not want to do that. But at the same time, it's very hard not to root for your friend, literally living his dreams. And if he feels he's got to give everything to that, then that's exactly what he's got to do. And we're going to rock with him. We hope you guys continue to rock with him. Go check out the show. We saw the show Radio City. It's phenomenal. You guys should absolutely go check it out. AkaashSingh.com for tickets. So we just wanted to, clear the air. Akaash hasn't been on the pod for a while. We thought it was time that we, talk to you guys about it.
My initial reaction when I saw this was, why isn't Akaash the one telling us this himself? Why is he having his friend Andrew Schulz come out on his behalf and talk about this when he was one of the founding members of this podcast? He has cultivated an audience with this podcast. Don't you feel like you owe the audience just one final goodbye, letting them know, hey guys, I'm no longer going to be a part of this. I don't necessarily like the atmosphere of what happened during that time, and people would have kind of understood it. I just think one of the major issues that I have with us in the modern world right now is that people are just not brave anymore. People aren't mentally tough anymore, and this is a prime example of that. This could have been a simple, hey guys, I don't necessarily want to do this anymore. I want to focus just on my stand-up and my stand-up career because it's taking off and I like where I'm at, and I don't necessarily want the drama of like the internet trolls or whatever. I would have gotten it, even though people would have still probably made fun of him, and I don't necessarily think this is something he can run from. I would have still understood that, but have the bravery and just like the wherewithal and just the respect for your audience too, to go, hey guys, I don't want to do this anymore. You guys already know what I went through already. Like, I'm stepping away.
Simple.
People would have been fine with that.
Thoughts, boys?
It's bittersweet because this is my brother. I love him. I was here day one of this podcast, and it's like, all right, we were started together and together. Bad boys for life.
Yeah.
Some gay shit,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm proud of him. I'm just so fucking proud, like, being at Radio City and just seeing,
Crazy.
like, just everybody was animated, like they loved it. Like, I'm just proud of him. And I think back to when we surprised him when I came home from Sweden
Oh yeah, his reaction was incredible.
His reaction, like he didn't even care the cameras are there, jumped up, gave me the biggest fucking bear hug. I didn't know he was that strong.
Yeah, for those of you guys, maybe your newer listeners, Alex got locked up when we were on tour in Sweden, and we didn't tell Akaash that he got out.
Yeah.
And then there's an earlier episode where he just bursts in the room and Akaash sees him for the first time, thinking he was in jail the whole time. And Akaash just goes crazy and it was just pure love. It was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I like the Flagrant podcast, guys. And it's probably a really, really great thing to be able to start something with your friends and your boys and you guys actually be able to make that thing successful. And I think that's what they're talking about here. But this just goes to show you guys, for me personally, and this is where I think a lot of men need to pay attention, but I think women should pay attention to this as well. The partner that you choose is a very, very important reflection of you. Your partner can either be your greatest asset or they can be your greatest liability. Okay, I don't necessarily think there's a middle ground in that. Your partner and the person that you choose, especially to spend the rest of your life with, they can lift you up or they can tear you down. Let's put this in perspective, right? Akaash Singh about a year ago or whatever was on top of the world. Stand-up was going crazy. Podcast was going crazy. Millions of dollars. And all of that came tumbling down in a matter of a couple of podcast episodes from his wife, clearly not respecting him whatsoever. And it adds insult to injury when you put in perspective the fact that he is somebody who makes fun of other people's relationships and tries to give people relationship advice. I think back to the podcast that they did with Fresh and Fit a couple of years ago, where he's basically like talking shit about Fresh and Fit and their ideology or whatever. And I don't necessarily respect the ideology of Fresh and Fit myself, but I can understand some of the things that they say. And when you look at Akaash and just how vehemently against everything that they were saying was, when you put that in perspective and then you take into account his wife being someone who is blatantly, I don't cook, I don't clean, I spend all his money, I go on public flat platforms disrespecting him, you then start to go, shut the fuck up. Are you the kind of person that anybody should be listening to relationship advice from whatsoever when you see what you're clearly going through in the background? Let's just like put that in perspective, okay? Fresh and Fit are obviously not like people who I think should be like emulated by the masses or whatever, but it's not like everything they say is without merit. And when Akaash was talking to them, he was like, no, you guys are giving men all these bad ideas and you guys are telling them marriage sucks. And then you look at his marriage and his marriage doesn't necessarily seem happy. It looks like he's being drained and not in a good way from his wife. It's just like, come on, you should not be telling anybody that.
I love you, brother, but you know, we'll see each other, so it's all good.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool to see all the venues he's selling out and everything that he's doing. I remember even like when I very first came to New York, riding in an Uber with him, and he was talking about this exact thing. Mm-hmm. You know, he's like, yeah, man, like the pod's cooking, but like I want to be that guy. And then now he's doing all the stuff that he said. Yeah. And yeah, it's just really exciting. Like as a comic, I think we can understand. It's like, yeah, dude, you have an opportunity. I mean, he's going to be an MSG like soon.
Go get it.
You know what I mean?
Go get it.
It's cool to see. Yeah. And I remember the very first clip of this pod I ever saw before I was even on it was Premium Pete.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I think he's just running away from the controversy, okay? There is no excuse for you not being able to do your stand-up thing while also being on this podcast, okay? And then, like, if we really think about it, this podcast is probably generating anywhere from few $1 million a year for them collectively, where they're breaking it up obviously and their revenue splits are probably different or whatever. But I think their podcast has been going at least for 3 years now. They've made each probably somewhere in the region of $1 million to $1.5 million.
Conservatively speaking,
you don't walk away from opportunities like that just to focus on stand-up, okay? You're running from the controversy that you think that is like destroying your career right now or whatever, when really you should just be standing tall and going through it and hopefully getting to the other side. Me personally, I don't think you could run away from this stuff, okay? There are trolls on the internet, and there are crazy trolls out there who, if they're taken away, if the ability for them to criticize you on the internet is taken away, I can very easily see people buying tickets to go troll you at your shows or whatever because you've robbed them of the ability to do it on the internet. So I don't think you can just run away from this problem, bro. Like, you just got to stand there and take it, especially if you're willing to dish it out in a way that you dish it out. You're somebody who makes jokes at the expense of other people all the time. Like, if you're unable to take jokes yourself, it looks kind of hypocritical, and the irony there is not lost on a lot of people.
You remember that clip? It's back in Engine Room, and he's trying to describe the length of his penis. And he holds up a remote.
Yeah, he goes, somebody goes, you ever seen a TV remote? And then Akaash goes, you take the batteries out of that.
He's actually a funny guy, and I think they're going to miss him on this platform. I think they're trying to leave the door open for him to come back, and hopefully he does end up getting over this little hiccup in his career or whatever, because I do think he's actually a really, really good comedian. He's a talented guy. But when you look at stuff like this, and dude, to be 100% honest, I don't hope this happens, but I think his marriage is going to end. Like, I'm not hoping this happens whatsoever. This is not something that I'm putting out there in the ether because I want to see things end. I always want to see marriages, especially, stay together. But when you look at how blatantly disrespectful his wife is of him, especially in front of other people, she seems to not really care about him whatsoever. It seems like she's there for the success, the fame, and the money. And listen, right now he's doing very, very good things. He's successful. He's selling out shows and arenas like they said. But don't let that success wane in any way, shape, or form, because I don't think chicks like that are there for the long haul. I don't think she's going to be there with you through thick and thin. I know he said on a few platforms before that she was there with him before he got famous. I don't necessarily believe that, okay? I think she's there so long as he continues to make a lot of money. And him passing up an opportunity like this Flagrant podcast just for her to be able to go on other public platforms to talk shit or whatever, to me doesn't necessarily make any sense, and it's not conducive to you continuing to be successful. This podcast was generating, at the very least, tens of thousands of dollars for you guys on a monthly basis. Your stand-up better continue doing great numbers, or it better go even higher than whatever to justify you leaving a platform like this, because I don't think it's very easy to supplement that type of income. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I didn't necessarily want to make this video a little bit too long, and I kind of had to re-record it because I didn't like the first iteration of this video. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about this, and what do you guys think about the idea that women are just allowed to disrespect their husbands out in public and nobody really kind of holds them accountable for it, especially their husbands. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this video. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I really do appreciate you.
If you liked what you heard today, do me a solid and like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Those things really do help out the channel a lot, guys. And if you didn't like what you heard, thanks for allowing me to occupy your time. Consider leaving a comment in the comments down below letting me know exactly what it was that you disagreed with, and maybe we could talk about it. Either way, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for pressing play on this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.